That's me. What can I change? I can change myself. That's the only thing I can change. But it always starts with honesty. I have to be honest with myself or I'm not going to change anything. I've got to put my perception right there with reality. And then I can change my selfishness and self-centeredness. I can give instead of take. Man, you find out that's a whole lot better. You feel so much better. Pride and ego. I can think more of others than I do of myself. Not less of myself, but more of others. I can stop living in the past with guilt and shame and remorse and regrets. There's a fourth step for that. There's another step in there. Stop living in the future. Ever find anybody that always living in the future, worried about tomorrow, worried about what's going to happen? The world is going to end. Oh my gosh, I'm going to run out of money, whatever it is. Well, tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow's gone, so what do I have left? I got today. I got 24 hours. And that's what God gives me. He gives me a daily reprieve from my alcoholism, from my craziness and my self-centeredness and all those defects of character that I work on day in and day out. And see, I can't change that. I've got to accept that. I can face my fears and run toward them. And I can start taking those daily steps, working towards progress, not perfection. And it works. And I can only stay sober by doing that. And those first 3 foundational steps, and that serenity prayer. Now, some bad news. There's 48.5 million people out there in the madness, battling substance abuse every day. Which means probably some of you have been touched by it. Maybe a neighbor, a friend, a relative, even worse, a close family member, husband, wife, son, daughter, parent, grandparent. So what can you do? Well, there are some things you can do, but the truth is, if you're in that situation, you're not going to like it. What you can do is accept the fact that probably no human power is going to relieve your loved one of their disease, of that alcoholism, that addiction. But God could and would if He were sought. And that's just not for the alcoholic or addict to seek God, it's for our loved ones to pray for our loved ones that are out there in the madness. Because I guarantee you, I had people praying for me. I had my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my wife, my kids, my mother, my dad, my stepdad. Had a whole bunch of people praying for me. And, I'm sitting in rehab and I'm wrung out. I'm just looking like, just wrung out. And people came and visited me. My family came and visited me. I never seen so many smiles on their faces. They're just smiling, and I'm going, what the hell are they smiling at? I feel like crap. They were so happy. They watched me destroy my life and watched me just sink down low and lower, and they prayed, and look at there. He made it back. He made it back. Wow. That can happen if you have a family member, but you got to watch out. You got to accept the things you can't change, and you got to change the things you can, which is you. Right? Otherwise, believe it or not, your loved one that you love so much, you want to help, and you keep trying to help, you keep doing the same old thing, they're going to drag you right down that rabbit hole with them. And you're going to become as sick as they are. Now, you may not be drinking or drugging, but your mind is going to be as sick as theirs. So you got to have some strength. You got to take those first 3 steps. Admit that you're powerless over your loved one. You can't manage them. Find your higher power, right? Ask your higher power to help you, to guide you. And turn your life and your will over to the care of God as you understand Him. And then most importantly, not as important, but very importantly, ask for help if you need it, because if you have a loved one in your family, in your household that is an addict or an alcoholic, you need help. You definitely need help. And when you get that help, be there for other people that need your help. You've got to be able to be there for them. And it's hard to shut your loved one off, to watch them destroy themselves, but you have to. Because you can't change them. And you'll go crazy if you try.